Hey, hi, hello, welcome back. This is my bedroom. It's a big mess right now, and I'm in the process of cleaning it. So shut up. I wanted to talk about the Eternals. The new movie that just came out from Marvel. The MCU, that very thing that I will never go see, and I have not seen this movie. So if you hate what I have to say because I didn't see the movie, I don't really care because I'm not gonna see the movie. I'm just making some points about some things I've observed from reading about it. So I, like everyone else who is a casual, know nothing about this because I'm not a diehard fan and I don't care to know what the Eternals are. I'm just kind of confused as to why Hollywood made a big fucking deal about, oh, the cast is so diverse. We really went all out making sure we hired specific actors. Like, we got some black actors, we got some Asian actors, we got a gay person. I think there's someone in like handicap or something. I don't really know. Um, which is fine. I mean, there's no problem with that, right? Like, it's okay to have a little bit of diversity in these movies as long as you're not like, rewriting well-known established characters and changing them black when they're supposed to be ginger. That's my problem right there. But I can't help but noticing that the fact that they made such a big deal about making the cast extremely diverse, because the fact that the characters that they portray in the movie are not fucking from Earth, they're alien. So the whole like, oh, we made sure to have an Asian actor, or made sure we have a black actor, that means jack fucking shit because they're not really playing these characters in a movie. You're not getting Asian representation because they're not really fucking Asian. It's about as asinine as the people who got upset about Goku being white in the Dragon Ball Evolution movie. Goku's a fucking alien. It does not matter. He could have been played by anybody. He's not Asian, so people are like, oh, Goku should have been Asian. Goku's not even fucking Asian. And not really anybody from Dragon Ball is Asian for that matter. They're not really on the same Earth that we're on. The whole movie does not, or the whole series does not take place in fucking, Chinatown or Japan or anywhere else in the Asian region. It's literally Earth, but it's not Earth. So who fucking cares? I personally don't fucking care because I'm not a fucking retard. So, yes, I understand there's some Asian themes in Dragon Ball, for instance. I get that. But you also got to remember that it is a TV show. It is a manga. It has nothing to do with our real world reality. So when I'm seeing all this shit about diversity and the Eternals, I'm over here like, okay, well, I can't help but noticing that you made all the white people like extremely attractive, and then you got a couple like overweight people, which is one was the, I believe it's the Asian man from Train to Busan. If you've ever seen that movie, that guy was the best part of the whole movie. So if anything, that would be the only reason why I would want to go see this movie. Because I did find him pretty fucking like amazed. I was really amazed by his acting in that movie, and his character was the best part because he was like literally throwing down with zombies with his hands. You don't really see that in these movies, man. You see people like shooting and stabbing, and the action's really quick in a zombie movie. Like, gotta hurry up and kill the zombie. This guy was like beating the fuck out of zombies in a claustrophobic train. That's cool as fuck to me. Now, take it, I know it's not the same movie, but it is the same actor. It's very cool. But no. So like, also it's just kind of like, the Eternals apparently were supposed. I've been on Wikipedia reading this. I've been reading people talk about this, so this is where I'm getting all of my knowledge from. Again, I have not seen the movie, but everyone's talking about how I guess the Eternals have been on Earth this entire time for thousands of years, and they were told not to interact with anybody because it'll like damage human evolution or some shit. And I'm over here like, okay, so you're telling me that you super fucking humans that nobody knows about stood by and allowed Thanos to do what he did. Okay, I get that. But you also remember that in this universe, Hitler was also a thing. So you allowed the Holocaust to happen, and you're superheroes. So why are we rooting for you? Or anything else, any war that we happen to have. They've been on Earth for like, what, 5,000 years? So you've been on this planet for every major thing that has happened in history, with genocide and killing witches and shit like that. The churches running amok, like destroying things, corruption, political assassinations. You guys just sat there and allowed it, but now we have to root for you as superheroes because you have a movie where you're a superhero. Like, nah, fuck you. Like, no, there's nothing about that makes me go, damn, you know what? I really like these characters. No, you guys are just fucking assholes. Like, I get it. You're supposed to just observe, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't even call you a superhero at that point. You're just more of like a convenience because something like stirred you up. And I guess the planet's gonna be destroyed in 7 days, which I kind of don't like that because the MCU has always been like super small scale. I think like the closest we got where it was gonna be like planetary destruction was in Age of Ultron, where Ultron decided to use this really stupid half-assed plan where he's just gonna drop a city from like orbit and it's gonna like destroy the planet or whatever. I mean, even Thanos didn't even do that. He just kind of like snapped like half the population away, which makes no sense because it's like, okay, you're killing like half of all life in the universe, but like the RNG of that, you could easily just wipe out the entire population of ants on the planet Earth and not any human would die, you know, statistically speaking. That is a possibility. Because there's like 1 billion ants to 1 human being, so I mean, you know, makes no sense. I don't know. It just conveniently cut everything down in half, and that's why I'm just kind of like, okay. I don't know. These Marvel movies, like, people love them. They don't really make a lot of sense if you really, really just want to, you know, turn your brain on and just give it any kind of, like, cohesive thought. They never make any sense. They're just stupid. So, I don't know. It's just my 2 cents on this. Like I said, it's just kind of funny to me. How, like I said earlier, it's like, oh, we got all this representation in this movie, like, this is a very brave, bold thing for Hollywood to do right now as we get black and Asian actors to play, you know, aliens that are not really black or Asian. Sure, I mean, they got white people, but nobody's bitching about white representation in these movies, which is why I'm not making that to be a point in this. Yeah, I'd say Hollywood's a little oversaturated with white actors and everything going on, but personally, I don't care because, you know, me being a white man, I don't really feel compelled to go see a hood movie, for instance, or a movie that takes place in China. I don't really care. It doesn't relate with me. I'm not going to go see it. So you're trying to, I get your points and I understand what you're trying to do, but you're trying to pander to a minority for an audience for a box office. And sure, you're going to get like the woke people on the left that are going to be like, yeah, I've got to go see this movie to, you know, to help representation for Hollywood, but realistically these people that you're catering to don't have any money to go see these movies, which is why they never do well in the box office, which is probably why Eternals has made less money so far than what the original budget was, on top of all the marketing. This movie is technically a flop, and you can't really blame COVID for it because, motherfucker, I live in California. I've been going to the movies recently, and you know what I've seen? There's people in the fucking theater. I just saw Dune last week and there was a bunch of people in the theater. I don't want to hear anybody say that as an excuse, because it's really not. I mean, I'm in fucking California. I could just imagine other states, like conservative states like Texas, has probably a full theater for certain movies. I don't know. I'm just saying the movie looks like a flop to me, and I'm glad I didn't waste any money to go see it. Because I probably would have had to go back and rewatch Dune a second time just to cleanse myself of that cinematic corruption I just would have had to sit through. And, you know, also I don't like the idea of being a Marvel bitch, where you have to like wait for the mid-credit or end-credit scene to see 30 seconds of a character for the upcoming movie you know nothing about, but you're going to pretend to tell your friends you know everything about. It's not me, man. I don't like it. Like, it was fun a couple times back in the day, but it got retiring. Or, I'm sorry, it got very tiring, because, like, it's like every movie is the same thing, and it's just like, I've seen in like trailers and spoofs, and not spoofs, but like I've seen trailers of the Eternals, and you see like certain characters about to die, and you're just like, but you know they're not gonna fucking die, so it's just stupid, man. There's just like, there's never any stakes in these movies. I never feel like it's the end of the world unless it was like Infinity War. That was the only one that felt like, damn, shit's going down, you know? Like in all these Marvel movies, it's just kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, you're gonna drop a city? That's cool. Oh, Loki brought an army to New York? Okay. Sure. Wait, what? They're sending a nuke to destroy New York? What's this? They're gonna blame the Avengers on all the damage that happened in these cities? The same people who blamed them. Didn't you send the nuke after them? To clean up the alien mess? I also know she didn't send the fucking military to New York, so what the fuck's up with that? You just decided to send a nuke? These aliens weren't even that overpowered, dude. You could kill them easily. Like, Natasha and Hawkeye in the first Avengers movie were literally killing aliens with guns. We never even had the fucking military show up in New York. They just literally had five or six Avengers, a couple cops in a little city block, and that was it. They just decided to send a nuke. This is why the movies are bad. If Black Widow and Hawkeye can kill these aliens, the U.S. fucking military would have had no issue with this whatsoever. I don't care if Loki's a god. I don't care if he's a frost giant. I don't care if we have the Hulk on our team. We would have won regardless. Especially since that, you know, they defeated it by sending a nuke off into space. You telling me the fucking military couldn't have done that? You had to, like, rely on the fucking secret council or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. These movies are so goddamn stupid. I don't know. The Eternals looks like it sucks. I'm not gonna go see it. That's all.